Howdy folks, I have not been here in months, if you can believe that. There was good fishing everywhere else, and this scenery is actually not my favorite, but it's April. We gotta come check this spot. I do see some baby bluegill, but every time I fish baby bluegill here, I can promise you I'm gonna snatch a couple of crappie, maybe even a baby bass, catch a few fish, check the mooring sails. You know the cadence when we're under the dam, right? You know what's gonna happen. So let me show you what we're fishing today. This is the 500 size body, 1000 size spool Airity, the new Airity STSF, mounted on Eradicator with 2.1 or 2.3. Gosh dang it, I forgot. I'm gonna say 2.3 just to be safe, pound line, and 1.25 jig, 1.25 gram jig, size 12 hook, and a little nympharoo. Now it's 15 feet deep here. This will take a while to sink, but it was tied on for a different purpose. So we're gonna patiently see if we can make it work. A few casts. I do have tungsten jigs. And I have 1.5 gram jigs with me too. I have some BG ones 1.5, but usually when I fish here under the dam, I have no patience to deal with lead at all, because okay, it's 15 feet here. You can manage with the 1.5 gram BG1, but then we're going to go to the mooring sails. It's 22 feet deep there, or go under the water discharge. I use tungsten here because it's just deep. There is current. That's why I don't like this spot in the spring very much, because I mean, spring is all about shallow fishing. Man, does this cast good. This same reel had 3-pound line last week. I could not get even the 1.5 gram BG1 going at all, folks. I had to put a big tungsten jig head and a Kitek to get the line go through the guides. There's no problem right now. It is going far, just sinking slow. But we're gonna wait it out. Baby bluegill, I know, but I'm gonna catch a few. You don't never know. I mean, I see baby dots on the screen, but you cannot see all of them. And you can always catch something nice here. But I'm not gonna wait very long for something nice either. I'm gonna make a few casts, spend 15-20 minutes. If all I'm catching is these baby bluegill like the first fish, we're out of here, because I do wanna catch a couple of nice fish on the 500 size body. Oh, well, something hit it on while it was sinking and started pulling out of my hand. That's a baby bluegill, but it started pulling out of my hand. Now I did tune the drag. I don't know if you can hear with this baby bluegill, but it does sound a little crispier. I opened it like 2 grams, maybe 2 millimeters, maybe even just 1.5 millimeter. I opened it very little when it's somebody else's reel. I rather open it not enough than too much. Oops. But let me tell you, I can get used to this 500 size Airity. I can get used to this fishing this reel very fast, folks. This thing feels feels so nice on an eradicator. It feels so nice on the eradicator. This knob, I don't see the point of it. I don't like this knob. They should find a way to make it flatter. Flatter. I want to see the knob feel flatter, not so round. What do you think about the drag? Does it sound a little better than last time? How can you tell, since it's not last time? Victor, it's not last time. Right now it's this time. I don't know if it's better than last time, because this time is this time, last time was last time. So it's kind of hard to tell right now comparing last time to this time. Alright. Try to catch a fish that can pull a little drag. But I think I'm almost ready to switch to tungsten right away. It's just because here the other thing is there is also a little bit of current. There is always a little bit of current here. That's fish pulling the line out of my hand. Okay, bluegill number 3. Maybe catch 2 more bluegill and we out of here. That's what I saw, but I gave it a chance. That's exactly what I saw, baby bluegill, and I still cast. My beautiful black color BG1s, I'm afraid to cast them against the concrete wall, because they come back to me all chipped and paintless. You want to cast against the concrete wall, you need tungsten. Tungsten is harder than steel. Tungsten is actually used to penetrate steel. You can cast tungsten against the wall all day, you're gonna destroy the wall. But you're never gonna scratch your tungsten jig head. It will still look 100% shiny. Oh, maybe. No, I think it's just a little bit larger bluegill. I'll take it. What do you think about the drag? A little better? Keep listening this video. Is the drag a little bit better? I don't think if it's to tell you the truth, it's opening the spring so much as changing the plastic bushing to bearing. I think the biggest benefit of putting bearing under the spool is not making your drag better. I told you I never believed in that. Nobody can tell me that, oh, this drag was not better. Man, I put bearing under the spool, oh, now it's so good. No human can detect, in my opinion, in blind test. Give him 10 reels, 5 of them with, or don't even tell him how many are with plastic bushing and how many are bearings. Give him 10 reels and don't tell him which reel is with what, and let him figure out which reel has bearing under the spool and which reel has plastic bushing under the spool. Everybody knows everything and everybody feels everything until they're put to a blind test. I did some statistics in college and then I did some statistics at my job, and let me tell you, you want to kill some nice story, put it through a blind test. All kinds of things that people are certain are some way, you put it to a blind test and results are absolutely shocking. Like, what tastes better, bass or catfish? Huh? No way this nasty catfish, living on the bottom, looking all black and slimy, can taste better than a beautiful bass. Put it on a blind test. See which fish tastes better. Even carp, this Asian carp, they remove the bones from that fish, they cook it properly, and they put it in blind test, and this Asian carp, properly cooked, defeated all kinds of fish. You can go Google it and read about it if you don't believe me, but it defeated a bunch of popular fish. On blind test, the Asian carp does really well. But if people know that it's Asian carp, there is nothing else you can tell them after that. Oh my gosh, this is the smallest crappie in the whole world. When was this crappie born, you think? Let me know when you think this crappie was born. In the fall? This spring? When was it born? Human bias. So difficult to fight. Gotta be very careful here. I want to spook these fish. I don't have an anchor. Usually I drop anchor when I fish here, because if you go on top of them and you spook them, you're done. There's a good group of fish there. Now I'm moving forward. Maybe I do need to tie. I'm moving forward towards the fish. Maybe somebody's pulling from my hand. Look, I'm just holding and it's pulling from my hand. I'm not even twitching or anything. It was pulling out of my hand. But where was I? Victor went on a tangent. What else is new? Victor went on a tangent. I forgot. Yeah, I was saying there ain't no way one of you is gonna tell the difference in the performance of the drag between plastic bushing and a bearing. I don't believe it. But I'm thinking, but the thing is, even I know that I put bearing, even I'm biased, because if you don't know, it's one thing, but when you know, so maybe I'm biased too, but I'm kind of aware of this whole thing, so I almost have an opposite bias. Sometimes I'm too much not trusting myself. But I feel that when I put a metal bearing under the spool vibrates a little better when it clicks on every drag click. That's what I feel. It Tan 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 tan. I feel it vibrates better. One of you wrote in a comment in the previous video that the plastic bushing absorbs some of the vibration. That's a good word. No, dampens. He said dampens. I forgot what he said, but I agree with you. Whoever said that, I agreed with you, but now I forgot what you said anyway. But I don't think we're gonna catch anything nice here. Do you guys think we can catch something nice here? I don't think so. I can sit here and catch probably 100 bluegill in a row. Very often the biggest fish of this kind of spot or cloud you're gonna catch in the very first 1 or 2 casts. They hitting good. They're hitting good. If you wanna test your tackle and cast and have fun, they're hitting good. But this is Tennessee River. This is Tennessee River. Should I sit here? Okay, this one is not the worst. If they were all this size, I could probably sit even. But they're not all this size. I don't know, I'll give it 10 more minutes. And give it 10 more minutes and we'll move on. We gotta get one screamer on the 500 size reel. Gotta get one screamer. I'm pretty sure we can get a screamer on those mooring sails over there. But we're gonna definitely need the tungsten over there. We're gonna definitely need the tungsten. Actually, water is very low. Maybe not. Maybe not. Who knows? And I have 2 floats on the boat, and both of them are fixed. Because I was actually planning to do shallow fishing today. And I did a little bit. But this cold front, I lasted only an hour. This cold front, there was just nothing shallow above the dam. I mean, what a difference. This cold front, I mean, everything is gone. I have live scope. It's not like maybe you should have tried this, maybe you should have tried that. I have live scope. I scanned the whole cove. I didn't see a freaking bubble, a freaking dot. Damn fish was gone. Water temp was 58. Last time was 60, 61. I don't think it's the water temp itself that pushed them. It's not that 58 is a big problem for them and they have to go deep. The problem is that the change. I think the change is the problem. It was 61 a week ago and we had cold weather 3 days and temperature started dropping. And I think when temperatures are dropping, fish are moving out. It's the dropping that moves them out, not the nominal temperature. Like if it's just sitting still on 58, if it's just sitting still on 58, they will probably keep slowly moving in. But when it's dropping, I think when it's dropping, they expect it to keep dropping, and it's just something that genetic tells them to move back deep. They're not that deep, but I thought I haven't fished here for months. Let's go catch a few fish under the dam, change the scenery a little bit, give you guys the jail background. It looks like you're in jail. Oh, I thought one decent fish, but it wasn't decent. It wasn't decent, and he ate my jig. Let go. Yellow bassaroo. Go away, yellow bassaroo. It's funny, this yellow bass was my best bite of the last 20 minutes. You know, it reminds me, I have one video from last year fishing that point right there where the bass boat is with a Nico Helger, no, not the Nico, the new Yam Helgramite. And I got 6 bites back to back. I think I caught 3 of them and I lost 3. 2 broke me off, 1 snagged, but I landed 3 on that Helgramite. We're gonna do that too this year. We're gonna, a little bit later, not right now. And this one is half decent. Probably larger yellow bass. Yep, that's what it is. At least he didn't swallow. Good fight. You can kind of hear the drag. I don't know, you let me know. Did you hear the drag? How is my nympharoo? Hey, on the bright side, I'm fishing here in 15 feet of water with the 1.25 pretty good. You do need some patience to let it sink. Notice that my live scope is pointed away. I don't point my live scope to the fish anymore. I use live scope to find the fish. When I find the fish and I know they're in front of the crack or 5 feet in front of the crack or behind the crack, I get some kind of marker and I try to fish without live scope using the markers. Otherwise, I believe the live scope is kind of running on their nerves. You'll still catch a few fish, but if you want to catch fish after fish on the same spot, I think having a live scope shine the light on them is counterproductive. At least I have paranoia now. When I find the fish, I point it away. From time to time, if I'm getting no bites, I will check to make sure they're still there. But I never did the electronic game anyway. Never, ever, ever, ever have I done the electronic game. Never. But yeah, right now I kind of know where the fish is. So why should I use a live scope to spook them? That was a 8-inch crappie, which is almost acceptable, but come on. So far we haven't caught one acceptable bite. The only reason I'm still here is I am getting a fish on every cast. Maybe I had a couple casts without fish, but even those casts had bites. Like right now I missed it, but I got a bite. He got 1, 2, 3 taps, and I still missed him because it was a baby bluegill. He couldn't eat the whole nymph. And now I'm too far from the red zone. Too far from the red zone. See? I just said that I didn't have a cast without a fish. And you know what happened next. Cast without a fish. Don't run your mouth, boy. Alright, patience, patience. See how you have like a big belly, slack line, big belly? With ester line, you will still feel the bite. With a belly, with a slack, you still feel a crisp tap. If you have good rod, like I just did, you will still feel the bite even with the big belly. You will not feel a bite with braid. If you have belly, with braid is probably even more sensitive than ester, but not on a slack line. I feel that ester line is never really slack. There is something incredibly transmittive about ester line. Even if it's curled up, I feel if I do ting over here, it will go over there, vibrate over there anyway. Because it's so stiff. Even brittle. But this stiffness, it just keeps vibrating. There's one more. Folks, I don't know what to do. The bite is good, but come on. I can do better than this. This is a baby yellow bass, folks. This is a baby yellow bass. The bite is good, but I feel greedy. Come on, you little pesky thing. I don't know, I kind of completely lost hope that I can catch a nice fish here. I already caught 15 fish here. Did I? I don't know. I caught enough to know that I'm not gonna catch a nice fish here. Maybe if I fish all day, but I lost hope. It's just a good bite. As soon as it drops all the way down, they start tap, 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 tap. See? Bite is good. And it feels good with this reel. With this 130 gram reel. It feels good. Even this feels good. Imagine enjoying this kind of fish on a tackle. Imagine. Well, let me tell you, I just did. How about that? I just did. I enjoyed this. If I had nothing else, I could do this all day. But I am on Tennessee River after all. Okay, this is your last chance to keep me here, you spot. You give me one 10-inch fish on this cast, or I'm out of here. I'm not kidding. One 10-inch fish on this cast, or you and I are through. We are through for at least 2-3 hours until I check all the other spots. Tap, tap, I feel right away. Tap, tap, right away. Yeah. Hey, this one is... Hey, no way. Maybe it is 10 inches. No, it's not gonna be 10. But it's fighting with probably a larger yellow. Man, it feels so good with this eradicator and 2-pound nester and this little... Hey, what do you think about the drag? I don't think it's quite as amazing as the size 2000. But this is not gonna improve from now on with me opening the spring more. Because every reel sounds a little different because the geometry is a little bit different. You know, dimensions are a little bit different. The mass that is vibrating is a little bit different. So the spools will never sound identical. And I'm also looking for pleasant sound, not just loud. Like loud but nasty. Loud but nasty is just nasty. It's worse than nasty. Now it's nasty and loud. And I don't think if I make it louder it will sound nicer. Oh, I like it, man. I don't know, you let me know. It's not exactly like the other one, but I'm enjoying this one. It's very clickety right now. It's very clickety. Alright folks, I'm not gonna end this video. Hold on, stay put, stay put. I'm just gonna do like a little, what is it called? Fade, a little fade away, and we're gonna show up somewhere else and catch something larger.